Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive. We take a stack of information, pull out the key bits, basically give you that shortcut to getting up to speed. And today, we're diving into something genuinely unique, I think. A product that sort of challenges our expectations.
Yeah.
Appeals to more than just, sight or touch.
Indeed. For this deep dive, we've got some really fascinating material on a specific watch, the Batavi Marine Chronograph.
Right.
And our mission, really, is to explore how this product tries to conjure up a whole sensory experience. We're talking the scent of summer alongside just telling time. And what that tells us about, well, innovation in niche products, it begs the question, how do you combine something solid like a watch with something fleeting, like a smell?
It is a wild combination.
Yeah.
And the sources, they really lay out how Batavi is trying something pretty different here. You might be sitting there thinking, a watch. And a scent. Well, yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. So first off, the most surprising part of this whole package, and honestly, what grabbed my attention straight away in the sources, the included Marina scent.
Right.
It's certainly not every day you hear about a watch coming with its own fragrance. My first thought was, is it a gimmick? What did you think?
It's a fair question, and it immediately shifts the focus, doesn't it?
Right.
From just specs to, well, something more experiential. What's fascinating, I think, is the clear intention behind it. Batavi actually gives a breakdown of the fragrance notes.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, specifically designed, they say, to evoke boats and the marina, to bring you back to the romance of the yacht timer. We're talking specific notes, top notes of bergamot, grapefruit, and lemon, that initial fresh hit,
Okay, citrusy. Yeah.
and a heart of sandalwood. And a base of musk, ambergris, and cedar gives it some depth, some staying power.
Interesting. And the sources really hammer this point home. Batavi is noted as the first microbrand, those smaller independent watch companies, the first one known anyway, to actually offer a fragrance with a watch. That's carving out a pretty specific theme niche for their chronograph line, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, yes, it aims to create this immersive summer vibes thing that goes beyond just looking at it or touching it. But strategically, it's a clever play on sensory marketing, a way to stand out in, let's face it, a pretty crowded microbrand field. It's about selling an experience, an emotion.
So it's more than just, hey, here's a free air freshener.
Hopefully. It seems much more integrated than that. It's trying to elevate the whole package into a narrative.
Sure.
Of course, you could argue, does tying it so strongly to summer limit its appeal? Maybe, but they've committed.
Okay, so beyond this undeniably unique scent aspect, let's pivot to the watch itself, the actual timepiece.
Right.
What does this Batavi Marine Chronograph bring to the table? Mechanically, build-wise, if we, put the preum aside for a second.
Okay, yeah. The watch itself has a pretty distinct sporty look. It's got a 38mm stainless steel case that's kind of a sweet spot size for a lot of wrists.
Not too big, not too small.
Exactly. And it's 13.5mm thick, so it has some presence. Lug to lug is 46mm, which generally means it sits comfortably. Inside, it's powered by a hand-wound Seagull ST1901 movement. That's a well-regarded movement, especially in this sort of price range. Reliable.
And hand wound gives it that interaction, that connection.
It does. Plus, it offers about a 45 to 50-hour power reserve. And crucially, it enables that yacht timer functionality we mentioned.
Right. The countdown for sailing.
Precisely. On the practical side, you've got 50 meters of water resistance, so splashes, rain, no problem, but not for serious diving. A domed sapphire crystal, which is great for durability and clarity, and a see-through case back so you can actually, see the movement working.
Nice touch.
Yeah, and it comes on a stainless steel bracelet with a quick release system, which is always handy for swapping straps easily.
Okay, and the dial.
Yeah.
The sources suggested it's quite busy, visually interesting. It sounds like there's a lot going on there, too.
There is, yeah. It blends function and style quite nicely. You've got 2 subdials, the running seconds, over at 9 o'clock, and a 30-minute counter for the chrono at 3.
Standard chrono layout, basically.
Pretty much. Then there's a railroad track around the edge for minutes. But the hands are interesting. The sources note they kind of merge styles from GMT watches, chronographs, even divers.
Also.
It's subtle, but the shapes and proportions borrow elements. It suggests, a robust, functional watch, but with broad appeal. It's designed for purpose, but definitely doesn't look purely utilitarian.
Gotcha. Now let's talk color, because the visual flair seems key here too. Batavi offers 4 different dial options, right? And they sound pretty adventurous.
Oh, definitely. This is where Batavi's willingness to play with aggressively bright colors, as the sources put it, really comes through. It fully embraces the summer theme visually. The design leans into tasteful summer fun. Thankfully, it seems they avoided making it look tacky or like a carnival, which could have easily happened with bright colors.
Right, that's a fine line to walk.
It is. And the stainless steel case helps. It sort of grounds everything, lets the colors pop, but also lets the dial breathe, as one source described it. So the 4 versions, same specs, but totally different looks. You've got Sunrise, that's the one with a cotton candy-esque blue and pink gradient, and Eastern Arabic numerals, which is quite unusual.
Wow, okay. Very distinct.
Then there's Mist. That's cleaner, more classic maybe. White and blue. Appropriately oceanic is how it's described, standard numerals on that one. Sand is called Playful. It mixes off-white, orange, blue, and brown. Also standard numerals. Kind of evokes a beach scene, I suppose.
Yeah, I can picture that.
And finally, Night. That one's bolder. Charcoal, purple, salmon, and mint. Again, standard numerals. Maybe aiming for like a summer evening vibe.
So it really feels like every single piece, the movement choice, the case, the colors, and yes, even the scent, it's all deliberately pointing back to this core summer vibes idea.
Exactly. It's a remarkably cohesive package, thematically speaking. They've really committed to the concept.
Which is interesting. It feels like it avoids just being a collection of random cool features. It has a point of view.
I think that's key. The challenge with something like this is always ensuring it feels integrated, not just like a gimmick piled on top. Does the scent genuinely enhance the watch, or is it just there?
Right. Does it feel forced?
Yeah. But based on the descriptions, Batavi seems to have tied it all together quite well. The Yacht timer function links to the Marina scent, which links to the bright, summery colors. It all connects back.
Okay, makes sense. And for anyone listening who's now intrigued by this whole multi-sensory experience, what's the damage? What's the price point?
The Batavi Marine Chronograph, including that Marina scent, retails for approximately $819 US.
819. Okay.
Yeah. And if we put that in context, for a Microbrand watch with a mechanical hand-wound chronograph movement like the ST1901 and this really unique themed approach, it positions it as, well, a pretty intriguing option, especially for collectors or enthusiasts who are maybe looking for something genuinely different, something with a story.
Not just another dive watch homage or something.
Exactly. In this price bracket, you see a lot of brands competing purely on specs or echoing classic designs. Batavi's clearly identified and I'd say successfully carved out this very specific, quite fun niche by focusing on the whole sensory experience. It almost suggests, a maturing of the microbrand scene itself. Innovation isn't just about the movement anymore. It's extending into these intangible areas like emotion and theme.
Which used to be more the territory of big luxury houses, perhaps.
Precisely. So if you value that narrative, that unique angle, alongside the solid watch specs, then $819 starts to look like a pretty interesting value proposition.
So wrapping up then, you've heard how Batavi isn't just selling a watch here. They're attempting to sell an experience, a mood, a memory, maybe even literally bottling a scent.
Yeah.
It's a really great example, I think, of how brands, especially smaller ones, can think outside the usual boxes to create something memorable in a market that's, let's be honest, pretty saturated.
It absolutely is. And it leaves us with a question, really, for you listening. In this world just packed with information, with products, how much does appealing to multiple senses, sight, touch, maybe even smell, how much does that truly impact our connection to an item, our perception of its value? Does adding a scent to a watch make it genuinely more than the sum of its parts in the long run? Or is it just a clever, perhaps fleeting novelty? Where do you draw that line between innovation and gimmick? Something to maybe ponder on your next summer day, or just the next time you see a product trying something unexpected.